Happy Thursday, you guys. First things first, did you catch that SPHL alert? 3.38 long signal at exactly 7:05 a.m. ET, and then whoosh, 12.42. That's a 267.4% long move before most people even find their toothbrush. Early birds on Pro Ticker. I saw you. Not bad, my king. Not bad. All right. Let's get into the quick market brief for today and what to watch into the next few sessions. The 5 things that matter most this morning. 1. Semis are the leadership theme. TSMC comes out strong with results plus outlook, and the market goes, cool, let's buy the entire chip supply chain. Keep an eye on the chip equipment names, AMAT, LRCX, KLAC. Because when the tools are moving, it usually means the market's thinking the AI and compute build-out is still alive and hungry. Translation, semis are trying to be the adult in the room today. 2. The great rotation is still alive. Even when the headline indexes look kinda choppy, money has been sliding out of the pricey mega-cap/growth trade and into materials and industrials, energy and real estate, small caps. This is how you can have a market that feels meh on the surface, but the internals are improving. Rhetorical question. Have you ever seen the S&P look sleepy while your watch list is acting like it drank 3 Red Bulls? Yeah, that's rotation. 3. Rates plus politics risk is a real driver. There's headline noise around DOJ and subpoena drama involving Fed Chair Powell, and the market is treating it like a Fed independence narrative. Whether it's real heat or just headline fog. It matters because it can impact long-end yields and push steepener positioning. What I'm watching, if the 10-year over 30-year starts popping, that's when long-duration growth can get smacked in value and financials can start walking taller. 4. Geopolitics is easing for now. Oil and gold backed off after President Trump signaled reduced likelihood of immediate Iran escalation. So the market basically said, okay, we'll take a little war premium out of the price. Just remember, geopolitics can flip in one headline, so treat that for now like it's written in neon. 5. Big financial earnings hit today. Pre-market spotlight is on. GS, MS, BLK. Don't just trade the EPS headline like a rookie. Listen for trading revenue, deal pipeline, client risk appetite, and for BlackRock, flows, especially ETF flows, and any fee pressure commentary. Pre-market snapshot, what's moving? U.S. equities, tone. Futures were modestly higher early, semis doing the heavy lifting. S&P futures up about 0.3%, NASDAQ 100 was up around 0.7% earlier. Context matters. Yesterday was rotation pain at the index level. The S&P down 0.5%, the NASDAQ down 1%. So if today looks green, ask yourself, is it broad or is it just chip magic? Volatility and protection check. VXX up around 2.2% early, which equals people still paying for hedges. That's the market saying, I'm optimistic, but I don't trust anybody. Global. Europe. STOXX 600 is up around 0.4%, helped by tech and ASML strength. FX. Yen volatility. US dollar yen around 158-ish with intervention jawboning. If the yen starts whipping around, it can spill into risk sentiment fast. Commodities. Brent down about 3.3% to around $64. Gold off the highs, still elevated. Lower oil and gold usually help risk assets, as long as it's de-escalation, not demand collapse. Big difference. Today's main catalysts, Eastern Time. 8:30 a.m. The macro pileup. This is the time window where charts start looking like EKG monitors. Watch initial jobless claims, consensus around 215,000 in the snapshot you're working from. Empire State and Philly Fed, a factory momentum vibe check. Import and export prices, the inflation pipeline, calendar caveat. Because of the federal funding lapse backlog, some census data is still on staggered or to-be-determined timing, so don't trade a scheduled release that isn't actually dropping. 10:30 a.m. Eastern, Fed Speaker. Fed Governor Stephen Moran speaks on regulation, the supply side, and monetary policy. The market will be sniffing for any hint of "we can ease faster," inflation tolerance, or higher for longer language. Liquidity and Treasury Watch. Settlement around new coupon supply is in the mix. Keep an eye on front-end rates and overall money market tone if you trade rate-sensitive names. Heads up, holiday compression. Monday, January 19th, MLK Day. Markets closed. That can pull positioning forward into today and Friday and mess with liquidity. Translation. Moves can be bigger than you expect because fewer people want risk on into a long weekend. The narratives that can move the tape. 1. Semis and AI supply chain as the upside engine. If the chip rally is broad, tools, designers, and hyperscaler adjacent, it can carry the market. If it's narrow, that's when you get a pop and then a fade. 2. Rotation and breadth. If equal weight and small caps keep acting strong while mega cap tech chops, that's not bearish. That's a market redistributing leadership. You don't want to trade only the headline index in a rotation tape. That's how you miss the party while staring at the front door. 3. Rates headline risk. Powell and Fed independence headlines can push yields, steepen the curve, and shift leadership. Watch the long end. That's the steering wheel. 4. Geopolitics premium fading. Good for risk until it isn't. Keep your head on a swivel. So what do you do with this? Here's the trader's checklist into the open. From 7:45 to 8:35 Eastern, tighten risk. 8:30 can get spicy. Semis. Is the strength broad or is it just a couple of names? Banks. Don't marry the EPS. Listen for tone around client activity and deal flow. Rates. If the 10-year over 30-year pops, expect pressure on long-duration growth and a tailwind for value and financials. And a calendar sanity check. Confirm what's actually dropping because some data is still to be determined. All right, that's your roadmap. And one more thing. Don't confuse volatility with opportunity unless you've got a plan. The market loves taking lunch money from people who just wanted a quick scalp. As always, not financial advice, manage your risk. And if you're riding with me on these early alerts, you already know the deal. Now go hydrate, because that SPHL move was basically cardio.